She really did it. Radio operator Faye sabotaged the Phoenix plan.
Ooh, I feel sick.
Pull yourself together.
What are all these people doing here?
Why don't you tell me? You are the specialist after all.
Looks like they are here for the conference too.
Bah, they won't get anywhere just standing around waving posters. That's why we jumped back to this time, because people were all talk and no action.
That's not fair, Salvador. They don't know what we know. They don't know that they only have a week left before the accident in the Indez power plant happens. And they don't know about the consequences. If I could just find a way to join the conference, then I could find a way to convince them to shut down the power plant.
Do you really believe they'll listen to you?
I don't know. I hope they will.
Then I'm hoping you can deal with the pressure. You know what's on the line.
Oh dear. In with it. The brew is still hot. Very good. May I have a word, please?
What do you want?
I can't stop thinking about Delvin. I didn't want things to happen like this.
Delvin did what had to be done. He knew the mission was more important than any single one of us. That's something you should keep in mind, too.
What are we going to do now?
You brought us here, so you are going to find a way to the conference and convince them to shut down the power plant.
There's a crowd of people out there.
Then you should try to make contact with them. Maybe they will prove useful.
I better get back to work.
You do that, but keep me updated.
Okay. Ah, scissors. I'll take them with me. Oops. Wow, that was quick.
Protect the environment before it's too late.
Protect the environment before it's too late.
Yes, you are right.
No nuclear power.
No nuclear power. No nuclear power.
We have to shut down the Indez power plant immediately, or else...
Or else what? You don't decide that. Those who have any say in the matter are attending the conference inside. And even they only listen to what experts like this Dr. Brown tell them.
Brown? He's just a puppet of the industry.
Always these conspiracy theories. You better save your shouting for something else. Bugger off!
Hello?
Yes?
May I enter?
Only if you can identify yourself. Do you have an invitation to the conference, or are you a member of the press?
I am a member of the press.
Fine. Show me your press card.
I don't have it with me.
Then go get it. You won't get in without a press ID. Sorry.
Are you listening to music so you won't hear the protesters?
No, it helps me to relax. My doctor prescribed it because I was really edgy in the past, and my job is to keep calm.
So you don't have anything against the protesters?
Quite the opposite. I understand them. I even separate my trash at home. Besides, this is a pretty peaceful protest. Last week, I had to work a protest of left-wing radicals. You wouldn't believe the things they shout at you. I could still breathe fire and brimstone when I think of it. Only because I don't have any hair anymore, they were calling me a skinhead.
But they were right. You were bald.
What did you just say? Get lost. If there's one thing I can't tolerate, it's people making fun of my hairdo.
What hair? Oh, okay, I got it. Why are you so aggressive when people ask about your...
About my what?
About your ears.
My ears, huh? Because they are such an eye-catcher if you have no hair, right?
No, that's not what I...
Yeah, right. That's what they all say. But I can feel them staring at my chrome dome anyway.
I'll be back later.
As you like it. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Now the photo looks much less like it was taken by accident. Hello.
May the Earth be with you. What can we do for you?
I'm looking for a way to join the conference.
If you don't have an invitation or are a member of the press, they won't let you in.
But I have an important message for the conference. If they extend the license for the power plant, something terrible is going to happen.
They don't care. The only thing they care about is money. And then they use this expert, Dr. Brown, as an excuse. The decision will depend on his report. But they bought him too.
And why are you here if they've already made up their mind?
We want to show them how many people are against nuclear power plants. Maybe they will reconsider.
What do you think about the doorman?
He doesn't look like a nice guy. More like a thug.
But so far, he kept his head. I hope it will stay this way.
I have some hot coffee for you.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
Could I borrow your megaphone real quick?
What do you need it for?
Well, I want to get a message across to people who refuse to listen.
Sounds familiar. Okay, you can have it. We have a spare one anyway. But you'll bring it back. Promise?
I will. Promise. This looks like our saccharide units. These are saccharide units. Now the reverse side of the photo is all sticky. I don't recognize any of this, but the can to the left looks interesting. Zulu Fire Spice Mix. Looks pretty dangerous. Hello? This is radio operator Faye speaking. Can you hear me?
Are you kidding me? Turn the volume down.
We are from the future, and we have come to stop the climate change.
You want what?
You heard right. We are from the future.
We? I only see you.
There's two of us, Salvador and I.
And you really are time travelers? Wicked! I've always thought they would be naked because clothing couldn't be transported through time.
No, luckily we could take everything we needed with us because we used a time capsule.
A time capsule? Interesting. And how does that work?
Our time capsule was powered by a Svensson.
What's that? The name of the guy who pulled that thing through time?
No, Ben Svensson found a way to create energy from algae. The generator that powered the time capsule was named after him.
Okay, let me sum this up. You have an alternative energy source in your future, and it is strong enough to let you travel through time?
Yes.
But why have you come to the here and now?
The Indes power plant will explode in 1 week from now. That's why we are here. We want to prevent that from happening. That way, we can save the future of mankind. Our future.
Are you serious? Do you have any proof?
Yes.
Show it to me. Pretty please.
And why should I do that?
I can make a big story of it. Here, my press card. Leif Ogersund. That's me, but you can call me Augie.
My name is Faye. Thanks.
How? What are you doing? Ah, I see. You want to confirm that I'm a real journalist. You can keep the ID. I have several anyway. But come back as long as the story's still hot.
Ha! I hope that's enough.
I didn't know Life was a girl's name.
Yeah. I hear that very often.
But the photo... Yes, that's unmistakably you, despite that strange look on your face.
What are you saying? Can I go in now or not?
Oh, right, of course. Please proceed.
The statistics speak for themselves. What we don't see here is the danger of an increase in, you can find it on page 512, paragraph 5 of my report. You can find the relevant graphs on page 522, but I am sure you've already read it. The essential... Well, what I wanted to say...
Yes, thank you, Mr. Burkhardt. I think we've gained sufficient insight.
I wasn't...
Now, we will give Mr. Endez an opportunity to comment on the professor's statements. After a short break, we will listen to the expertise of the inspector of the International Energy Inspection Authority, Dr. Brown. Mr. Endez, please proceed.
Endez.
Thank you. Considering the advanced hour, I will keep it short. This will be in your interest as well, I trust. Ladies and gentlemen, as detailed as the report of our dear professor was, he could not answer the most important question in this regard. And that question is, what are the alternatives? It is a fact that we are facing a dramatic undersupply in the countries discussed. Who is supposed to satisfy their demand? My power plants are safe, they are clean, and they produce much fewer pollutants than coal-fired power plants, for example. What kind of miraculous magical energy could replace this tested and proved safe and clean technology? Who can supply it?
Ben Svensson. He knows a method to gain hydrogen from blue-green algae.
Very good. Our charming new expert up there in the box may not be familiar with the protocols of this hearing, but she aptly sums it up. There are no serious alternatives.
But the hydrogen algae works.
There is no technology that comes even close to the efficiency of my power plants. As far as I know, Ben Svensson himself abandoned his research on this technology. Let's face the facts. Nuclear energy supplied by Endez Industries is the only logical step into a safe future.
But...
I must ask you to refrain from disrupting this event any further. On your next interjection, I will be forced to banish you from the room.
I can't believe that you're even listening to this hypocrite. This is about our planet.
No more disruptions, please. Thank you.
Ma'am? Please, tell the kitchen that the appetizers are almost out.
But...
No, but. Tell the kitchen Dr. Brown sent you. Oh, yes, that Dr. Brown.
But I'm not working in the kitchen.
I thought you were staff. You are wearing a uniform. What else would bring you here?
I'm a member of the press.
Then I must inform you that I'm not giving any interviews. All I have to say is in my report, or you can come listen to my speech later.
I know that sounds crazy, but...
But what?
The Indes power plant will blow up in a week from now.
How do you know that? Are you a terrorist?
No,
Then please refrain from making any unqualified forecasts. The power plants I inspected complied with all conditions and regulations. They are safe.
Let's see how he likes this.
Listen to me! Listen to her!
Listen to her! Listen to her!
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting! No reactor in the rainforest!
Faye, can you hear me? What's your status?
I am at the conference, and I had a chance to talk to this Dr. Brown, the expert they are all listening to.
So what did he say?
He didn't even listen to me. All he was interested in was food.
Just like I thought. This conference is a mockery. So, what's your plan now, Faye?
I don't know what to do.
Let me talk to it. I have my own methods. But you must get me into the building somehow. And the doorman must not see me.
Why is that?
We had a little misunderstanding. The thing is, you must find a way to get me into the building unnoticed.
Okay, see you in a few. It will only work with a key. Hello. May I ask you something?
What's up?
What are you doing at the conference?
I'm in charge of the stage lights and for playing videotapes during the speeches.
Why are you watching the protesters?
Because I want to know what these nutjobs are doing. I don't like that they are standing so close to the underground garage.
What's so bad about that?
Don't you watch TV? Demonstrations like this always attract hooligans that will set fire to cars. Man, why didn't I take the bus to work today? Right now, the protests look peaceful. I hope it stays that way. Was there anything else?
The protesters are pretty upset. Look!
Really? Oh, they are still harmless. I can see that at a glance.
I'll come back later. The sign shows a man and a woman. Could mark the way to the hygiene chamber. Looks like a sign for a storage room. I hope no one will miss it.
reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Hello?
Yes?
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Clear cutting? Do you really think I don't know what you're hinting at?
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Do you think that's funny? It's a hereditary disease. If you don't stop right now, I'll have the space cleared.
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
You fascist!
Shut it, you tree huggers, or I'll show you some clear cutting.
Oh, really? Come on, if you dare.
No
Do you know what I'm going to do if you don't stop right now?
There is a ventilation shaft behind the partition. If the partitions weren't closed, I could use the ventilation shaft to get into the building.
Oh, crap. Why are they so aggressive all of a sudden? Oh, no. Don't get any closer to the underground garage. Stay away! Stay away from there!
Oh dear, that looks really complicated in there. I wonder what all these switches and levers are there for. Let's see what happens if I use this lever. Oops, that must have been the self-destruction mechanism. The partition should be open now. Salvador, come in! The partitions are open now, you can go in. I hope that was a yes ma'am, see you inside, Faye.
Faye.
Ah, there you are.
Where is this Dr. Brown fellow now?
He's still at the buffet. He took root there.
The guards must not see me, so you'd better get him over here somehow.
And how am I supposed to do that?
No idea. You'll find a way.
Well, there's no way I would drink that.
Ah!
Who are you?
I want you to shut down the Indez power plants.
Why should I do that?
Well, you don't have to. I could do it as well.
What do you think you're doing?
I told you that those people won't listen.
Before the Commission retires to deliberate the matter, I now give the floor to Inspector Brown from the International Energy Inspection Authority. Prior to this conference, Mr. Brown thoroughly investigated all facilities and construction projects of Indez Industries for the IOEC. Inspector Brown, you have the floor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
They must come to their senses when they see these pictures. And go.
My name is Dr. Brown. I closely inspected the power plants and came to the following conclusion. Indez Industries' power plants are a grave danger for our climate. My investigation proves, without a doubt, that the large power plants of Indez will cause a major and global climate collapse. If we allow him to contaminate our planet with his pollutants, we have to expect catastrophic climate changes worldwide as early as 2050. Global warming, melting of the poles, rising sea levels.
This man is not Brown.
You are responsible to keep that from happening.
Indez is right. This absolutely can't be, Dr. Brown.
What is the meaning of this?
Security! Detain this man!
No reactor in the rainforest! Stop the clear cutting!
Listen to me! Listen to her!
Listen to her! Listen to her!
Stop the conference! Storm the building! What was that? Tell us more! Dr. Brown and Indez are crooks! What was that? Tell us more! Dr. Brown's report is fake! Dr. Brown's report is fake! Indez power plants are not safe! Do you really want to let an accident happen? No. But how can we stop it? Come to the conference. Insist on hearing the truth. Don't let them hide any of it. Yes, let us in. We want the truth.
Let us in. We want the truth.
It will take too long if they have to crawl in through the ventilation shafts. I have to find another way for them to enter the building.
No reactor in the rainforest. Stop.
Let's see what's in here. Documents, documents, even more documents. Ah! A magnetic strip card. It might come in handy.
No nuclear power! No nuclear power!
What is the meaning of this?
We demand immediate shutdown of the Indez power plants.
And what, pray, is your alternative? Half the world without electrical power?
I think that's my cue. I've already told you that the Svensson algae works and could replace Indez power plants.
You know that we are talking about an alternative to nuclear energy, don't you?
I know the algae. I know what it can do. Adjourn the conference. I can get you a specimen and be back in 3 days. Then you will see that I was right.
Adjourn the conference? Did you really say that?
Yes.
And they listened to you?
They had to. The building was surrounded, cops were tied up and locked in the toilet, and the buffet was in ruins. Just imagine, no more salmon canapes. The evening was ruined.
Time travel. All right, that's something I can imagine. But a climate conference granting concessions? What happened then?
Salvador flew to South America to check on the power plant, and I came directly to you.
I was beaten up and tied up and yes, well, I know the rest. I guess we are now on the way to my research station to get the algae?
Yeah, jackpot.
All right, I'll help you. On one condition. Once we have landed, you will leave all talk to me, and no more kidnappings and seizures, understood?
Promise.
The old warhorse. Never thought I'd see you around here again. Is that gray in your beard?
This is a control visit. I was worried you might steer the station into an iceberg. Good to see you, Barney. Did you tell Duva I was on my way?
He wasn't exactly happy. I hope you packed some velvet gloves.
Didn't have much time for packing.
Sounds like an interesting story. Who's your friend?
Oh, right. May I introduce Princess Leia?
Huh? What are you talking about? My name is Faye.
Lovely! You chose an interesting time for your visit. Duva and I scheduled a presentation for business investors today and tomorrow.
What about the national research funds?
You haven't heard yet? I thought Duva had told you at least that much. The research funds were canceled.
What?
Bent, that's a disaster.
Indeed, it would mean the end of my work. It has all been for nothing.
Not necessarily. I have a couple of investors on the hook. Just yesterday, a real star accepted.
We must talk to them.
First, you must get through the health check. And afterwards, wrapping this thing up will be a piece of cake. This will be an exciting day. Trust me.